Imagine holding a fragment of earth that hums with invisible light, a stone that remembers the shape of the mountains and the secrets of forgotten temples. Tonight, you will learn to listen. When midnight's breath cools the air, picture yourself standing before a circle of crystals, glowing under a gibbous moon. Each one whispers a tone you cannot hear until you learn to attune yourself. In that silence, your heartbeat becomes a bridge between worlds. What if I told you that somewhere, an ancient order once used these stones to heal wounds, shift fate, and even glimpse the patterns of destiny? Their knowledge was shrouded in ritual, buried beneath centuries of doubt. Those codes resurface for the first time in modern memory, and you're about to claim a piece of that power. In this journey, we will trace the origins of crystal healing, from Babylonian ziggurats to Himalayan monasteries. We'll decode the philosophy that links a stone's crystalline lattice to the human energy field. We'll reveal the simple, profound first step every beginner must master before selecting their inaugural crystal. But before you reach for that amethyst or clear quartz, you must understand one fundamental truth, something even seasoned practitioners still overlook. Stay with me because you will unearth the hidden key that transforms a mere gem into a living energy conduit in the next moments. Are you ready to awaken the silent song of the stones? The path begins now. Before the first light of recorded history, priests in ancient Mesopotamia lined their ziggurats with polished stones, believed to bridge earth and sky. Babylonian healers spoke of living gems whose crystalline structures echoed the rhythms of the cosmos. In far-flung India, Vedic seers crooned hymns to quartz and lapis lazuli, calling them keys to the inner sanctum. At the same time, on the windswept plateau of Tibet, monks pressed smoky quartz to their brows during midnight vigils. Plato hinted at this hidden science in his dialogue, Timaeus, describing a universe woven from geometric patterns mirrored in the facets of every crystal. Centuries later, Pythagoreans taught that the same musical harmonies governing planets also resonated through the angles of a well-formed stone. Yet, as alchemy gave way to mechanistic science, the language of vibration and subtle energy was cast into shadow. By the Renaissance, polished gems became nothing more than adornments, their ancient lore relegated to dusty footnotes in forgotten libraries. But why was such knowledge buried? In the medieval cloisters, fear of the invisible stirred suspicion. The church labeled any claim of unseen forces as heresy. Meanwhile, early scientists, fixated on atoms and matter, dismissed vibration as superstition. This schism severed us from a lineage that once celebrated stones as sentinels of the soul. Even so, whispers of that buried wisdom persisted. In the late 1800s, theosophists like Helena Blavatsky scoured Eastern manuscripts, uncovering cryptic passages that hinted at a universal energy grid, a lattice connecting human consciousness to mineral kingdoms. They spoke of stone bodies and chakra alignments long before those terms would re-enter modern parlance. Today, as quantum physics rediscovers the dance of particles and waves, the old teachings shine anew. We stand at a crossroads where cutting-edge research into vibrational medicine converges with millennia-old traditions. Hidden temple scrolls and lab-tested frequency charts begin to tell the same story, that crystals are more than inert rocks. They are archives of cosmic memory, waiting for us to decode their song. In the next segment, we'll unravel how that song translates into the energy of your own body and why your first crystal choice will determine whether you merely hold a pretty gem or cradle a living bridge between worlds. The essence of crystal healing springs from vibration, an unseen frequency that pulses through every facet of a stone's lattice. echoing the rhythms of your energy field. Imagine you're holding a tuning fork. Strike it, and its entire body will hum in perfect harmony. Now, replace the fork with a crystal, and instead of sound waves, feel subtle currents of light shifting beneath your skin. This is the language of vibration, and once you learn its dialect, you'll never look at a simple gemstone the same way again. In practice, each crystal carries its own unique resonance. Clear quartz sings at a high, clarifying pitch, ideal for mental focus and amplifying intentions, whereas rose quartz hums a gentler melody of compassion, warming the heart and softening emotional wounds. To sense these tones, cradle your chosen stone in both hands. Close your eyes, take 3 slow breaths, and allow the crystal's frequency to merge with your pulse. Notice the slightest shift in temperature, the faintest flutter of energy beneath your fingertips. That moment of communion is the foundation of all crystal work. But how does this invisible dance connect to your body's subtle architecture? Enter the chakra system, a series of spinning energy centers that govern your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Each chakra corresponds to a different vibrational band, from the root chakra's grounding red to the third eye's luminous indigo. You create a bridge that can clear blockages and restore balance by pairing a crystal whose frequency dovetails with a particular chakra. For example, place an amethyst on your brow during meditation, and its indigo glow can sharpen intuition and invite deeper visions. Yet beginners often stumble on a deceptively simple misstep. They choose stones solely for color or price, unaware that 2 quartz points, mined from different regions, may sing entirely different notes. I once guided a student who purchased a high-vibration quartz, only to find herself feeling jittery and unfocused. Her specimen was laced with iron inclusions, shifting its resonance toward a restless edge. The answer lay not in the label, but in learning to read a crystal's inner map. Its clarity, inclusions, and crystalline angle all inform its song. As sensitivity grows, you'll discover that crystals offer much more than single-purpose healing. Combining stones in thoughtfully arranged grids, patterns that mirror sacred geometry, opens gateways to multi-layered transformation. A simple triangle of citrine, clear quartz, and black tourmaline can uplift your spirit, magnify your intention, and ward off stagnant energy. But be warned, while most crystals harmonize beautifully, some pairings clash, like discordant chords. In the next segment, we'll explore how to craft your crystal symphony and why one rare dark stone holds the key to unlocking the grid's deepest power. However, before you rush to build that grid, remember this: true mastery begins not with collection, but with attunement. Learn to listen first. Feel the vibration. Only then can you transform a handful of crystals into instruments of profound change and step fully into the silent, resonant world they've been waiting to share. Now that you've felt the vibration of the stones, it's time to ground that energy in everyday life. Begin by creating a simple routine: morning, midday, and evening check-ins with your crystal. Hold it to your heart in the morning as you set your intention for the day. At midday, place it on your desk or pocket to stay connected. Before bed, cradle it in your palms and breathe deeply, allowing residual stress to melt away. First, always cleanse your crystal before use. Run it under cool spring water or briefly immerse it in a bowl of sea salt. Both will clear stagnant energies. Leave it outside under a full moon's glow for a gentler approach. Avoid harsh chemicals or plunging every stone in salt. Some softer minerals like selenite dissolve too quickly. If unsure, smudge it with Palo Santo or white sage smoke until any heaviness lifts. Next, choose your inaugural crystal with intuition, not impulse. Sit quietly, breathe, and hold each candidate in your non-dominant hand. Feel its weight, temperature, and subtle pulse. Which one sends a gentle tingle or warmth through your palm? That is your guide. Avoid buying the flashiest specimen first. Energy work thrives on personal resonance, not price tags. Even a small tumbled stone can unlock profound shifts if it calls to you. Once you've selected your partner, establish a straightforward ritual. Find a quiet corner, light a candle, and play soft ambient music. Place the crystal on a cloth or wooden stand in front of you. Close your eyes, breathe for 4 counts, exhale for 6, and visualize a beam of light flowing from the earth through the stone and into your torso. Repeat for 3 to 5 minutes, then open your eyes and journal any impressions or images that arise. Beware common pitfalls, overloading on crystals, jumping from one to another too quickly, or expecting overnight miracles. Actual change builds gradually through consistent practice. Remove all stones if your energy feels scattered, and return to a single, well-loved piece until your sensitivity returns. And never underestimate the power of stillness. Sometimes, the most significant breakthrough comes when you sit in silence with your crystal. Finally, integrate your crystal into daily life, beyond rituals. Slip it into a pocket during a stressful meeting, place it on your nightstand for restful sleep, or set it by your computer to counter digital fatigue. Small, purposeful touches throughout the day reinforce your bond and align your energy field. In the next segment, we'll weave these practices into a sacred grid, combining multiple stones in patterns of power to amplify intention and transform your space in ways you never imagined. You've now walked the path from silent stones to living allies. You've traced their journey across ancient temples, felt their hidden vibrations, and learned the rituals that awaken their power. At the heart of crystal healing lies a simple truth. These gems do not bend to your will. They mirror your own energy, amplifying clarity where you are scattered and soothing discord where you are worn. Remember the 3 pillars you've uncovered: vibration, resonance, and intention. Vibration is the song beneath every facet, a melody you learn to hear when you still the mind. Resonance is the bridge your body forms with a chosen stone, tuning your own frequency to a new harmonic. Intention is the flame you kindle, guiding that energy into transformation. As you move forward, trust that your own experience is the greatest teacher. Some days, you will sit with a crystal and feel only calm. Other days, old wounds may surface with unexpected intensity. Both are signs of progress. Honor each sensation, journal your insights, and allow the stones to be guides rather than destinations. Before we part tonight, pause and place your hands over your heart. Visualize every cell in your body bathed in gentle light, each breath a ripple through your crystal's lattice. Feel gratitude for this moment of communion. Know that every future session will deepen your connection. What will your stones reveal tomorrow? What hidden corners of your psyche await illumination? The questions you ask will chart your next chapter. Share your discoveries in the comments below. Your story may spark insight for someone else on this path. If you found this guide illuminating, like and subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next exploration. Until then, carry a quiet stone in your pocket, listen for its song, and remember that in the heart of every crystal lies a universe awaiting to awaken. Stay curious, stay attuned, and above all, listen to the stones.